Welcome back to the Dodgeball World Championships here in Graz, Austria. Terry Thrasher here with Lucas Boyle. Welcome.
Hey, Terry. It's great to be on with you. This is my first time commentating at Worlds and first time with you.
That's right. We're very familiar with each other, just not in person.
That's right.
Yeah, and how you've been on the court, of course, with Team USA. Feeling all right out there? Navigating the heat okay?
Yeah. It is a hot gym. Actually, both gyms are very hot. Very humid. There's lots of stoppage of play to wipe up sweat from the floor, because as soon as somebody goes sliding, the court is almost unplayable in that spot. But other than that, it's been very doable. I think all the teams are adjusting to kind of slippery balls and friction. I've seen shaggers carrying towels. I started wearing a towel on my waistline just so I could wipe my hands and wipe a ball during play. So you see a lot of folks out here adjusting, but I don't think any of that is getting in the way of this high-level competition.
Yeah, we've still seen a lot of really good action. As you said, as people have adjusted, the stoppages for different reasons have gotten, I think, fewer and more succinct. We've seen some Team USA mop play in some earlier matches when Shota and Jeff and some others have been helping out, line reffing, even shagging for some of the other teams, doing that ball retriever duty. And I also like this. A lot of teams here at Worlds doing the pre-match high five line.
Yes.
Nice friendly gestures.
Yeah, I feel like that it's a new tradition to me, and I think it must be kind of a European dodgeball custom, and I love it. It's great. And not only have we seen some high fives pre-match, but we've also seen some group photos afterwards and exchanging of gifts. So some great will all around, and just an incredible event. There's just so many countries here, so much representation. A lot of countries sending teams for divisions that are outside their comfort zone, right? For example, here we have Austria, one of the cloth powerhouses of the world, and they're here competing in the foam division.
Yeah, and Argentina too, I think, with more experience with cloth. But yeah, both of these teams coming into this match, 2 wins and 2 losses. Very similar plus minus here in the foam women's division. Austria at -3, Argentina at -6.
Argentina has been one of the teams that has been present at all the Worlds that I've been to. So even dating back to 2018, they participated, I believe so, in Los Angeles, and then in 2019 in Cancun. So I know that they've had a foam division for the last 5 to 7 years. Austria, I think this is a new ball type to them. So we're going to see how that plays out here.
Yeah, we did see Austria in Edmonton at 2022. I believe that was the first competitive experience that a lot of these players had representing their country. Austria, someone had messaged us saying that 2019 was their first year, but I thought I remembered them in Los Angeles sending a men's team.
Austria?
Argentina.
Yeah. We'll have to check. We'll have to check with our research team.
Yeah, where's the record keeper?
All right, there. First hit for Austria.
Now coming to the line, they go in on the left side toward the middle. Argentina coming up. I like this, taking the line. And the shot coming through, but nicely blocked. I always like seeing how some of these players who probably got their start in cloth, how their throws adjust during their warm-ups. A lot of these Austrian players were, they were stabilizing the arm and then flicking from the wrist and then moving to stabilizing the elbow and doing the elbow and up motion before going into their full throw. So I like that method of warming up your whole arm gradually, making sure you get every part of it involved.
All right,
is that a double?
Austria is number 70 with the hit. Argentina down to 4, 6-4 advantage for Austria. All right, a good exchange there. Austria and Argentina taking out players.
Yeah, nice 1-for-1. We're seeing good accuracy out of the Austrians, and there's some nice counters though coming out. Number 4, Anil, who we've seen do a lot of damage on this court previous streamed matches, so keeping up her high level of play.
Yes, I remember seeing Anil at the first Worlds that I went to, and she's an incredible player, number 4 for Argentina. And it looks like Anil and Huber take each other out, and it is a 2v2 here at game 1.
That's a good start from both teams. Oh, really stepping into that one. Kahlo launching it toward the Austrian side. And it's going to be on Argentina to throw next. Just one. Minrichter is okay, though. A little bit of faking and then 2 shots.
All right, the double team there gives Argentina the ball control. Argentina's going to have a choice to go 1 or 2 here. They go with 2.
Oh, wow, good defensive play. Minrichter able to get an elimination.
Very impressive. She's the target of the double team, gets under it, and tags out the Argentinian player.
Ooh, again, Kahlo doing so well to step into those throws, getting a lot of power on them. Austria going to try to pincer her away, and good shots, but blocked nicely. Good energy from Kahlo out here on the court, too. Playing solo, playing with energy, playing without that third ball for the moment.
Good dodge and response. Yeah, Kahlo's staying alive, doing well. Neither team has really put the other one under threat just yet. Let's see who commits to their attack. Kahlo has a very nice jump dodge there. It looks like Austria's been throwing low. Kahlo's been jumping high. It's been working out for Kahlo.
This time she goes low and retaliates again with both. And a third.
Oh, excellent dodging by 93 here.
And Richter gets over that last one, survives a 3-ball onslaught. Okay, aerial block, return shot. Okay, she gets 1 hit. It's a 1-on-1 now. Love to see it. First point coming down to a 1-on-1 between these 2 teams. We're hoping for a nice even match. It's a promising start.
Kahlo looks very comfortable in the back of the court with the blocking ball. If you're Austria, you want to do everything you can to kind of disrupt that.
Close. Oh, the return shot, though. She converts it.
Wow, what a comeback from Kahlo. Taking out, at least coming back from a 1v2.
Yeah, after her teammate Emil had done a lot of the work as well to help whittle down their opponents, Kahlo was able to help finish it off for this Argentinian side.
That was a great back and forth match. Austria had some hits to start out. They had a 6-4 player advantage. And then Argentina came back late in the game.
And despite the individual heroics, I think I really like some of the team play I've seen from Austria so far. Very calculated and reserved play style, waiting till they have advantages and setting up for these offensive attacks.
All right, show. Great double team there from Austria, taking out the Argentinian player. Anil with the counter takes out one of the Austrians, number 96.
Hayer heads off.
And it's a 5v5.
Anil again. And okay, I like this adaptation from Austria. Mali returns fire after Anil takes her shot. Important, if you see a player continuing to counter like that, you have to put the risk into them. Is that a hit? It is.
Oh, good spirit there from Labner.
Yeah,
it might have bounced, but she was in doubt. She took the out.
From long range. Okay, there's a try for a catch.
Oh, wow.
Another. Maybe a little bit of a screen.
Good. Some excellent back and forth action there. Anil with the cross court, getting countered by Mali, the captain.
Uber and Mali talk things over. Argentina swapping positions a little bit.
Oh,
good hits.
Excellent coordination on that cross court from Uber and Mali.
I like it, just very confidently coming up to the line. They're going to have to play defense, but they still each have a ball. Mali goes low. Good blocks.
All right, if I'm Austria, I'm looking to just pick someone off here. I don't necessarily want to throw 2. They do, and it works.
And they avoid the return shot from Argentina. Kahlo, who's back out there as one of the last 2 again. They know what she can do.
All right, great whip from Romano there. Mali and Huber loading up. There's that patented double team we saw earlier. A block, and then the ball gets dislodged, but it was long enough after the play that it's fair game.
You could argue it was her going to the ground that more dislodged it, so Ooh, Callow, big fake.
Ooh, I like that. I love that pump fake. A lot of elbow whip, very threatening. Good.
Just like her throw, a lot of elbow whip in that. So it's come out well. There's an attack trying to capitalize on a moment.
Molly and
just
Romano are battling here on the left side of the court.
Huber, good defensive move, making herself small, moving laterally. The hometown team trying to get on the board. Okay, good exchanges from just about every part. Okay, there's a hit. Callow, no ball in hand to protect her teammate, and now she's alone again. But she's done it before, so.
This is playing out exactly like game one. 2v2, Callow's last player.
No defensive balls in hand. She goes cross court this time.
And when she throws her last ball, she's exposed for a moment. Austria choosing not to attack. Huber pressures. Austria's going to regroup, cook up a play.
Once Callow had time to get all the way back, it makes sense, but there she goes, comes back up. It's a tough situation. There's a great counter by Huber.
Wonderful cover by Huber. Callow is committed to Molly there on the play. Huber comes up the court with a delayed ball and takes Callow right out. We've got a 1-to-1 game.
Yeah, I like the patience from Huber there, just waiting until Callow had fully committed that extra ball.
Yeah.
And then stepping up. She didn't rush that too much, and she gave herself such a high percentage moment.
If I'm Callow there, I want to repeat the recipe that worked in game one. I want to stay back, stay safe, and only attack when it's open. But great survival by Callow, great win by Austria, and here we go, game 3.
Oh, it just bounces out of the hands. Romano taken out early in this point.
All right, Austria coming to the line. Hayer with the throw. Callow dodges out of the way.
Oh, that one almost caught against the face, but.
Nurmrichter with the high heat. Taking out Rivero.
Yeah, that sounded like it had some heat on it for sure. Low dodge by Callow, but I think she got clipped. Nope, might have bounced first.
The Austrian fans are thinking they saw a hit, supporting their squad here in Graz, Austria.
But we've got refs in good positions all on the court, so.
All right, Austria still with the 5-4 advantage.
Okay, good block.
Excellent block by Viñas.
He's also done a lot of work for the mixed squad.
All right, Viñas whips it at Skolklitz. Suklitz, excuse me. I'm learning the names on the fly here.
We're getting there. Nice dodge. I like how Molly moved back there and all the way flattened out on the ground. Didn't even require a mop moment. Not yet.
All right, Austria loading up, and an excellent throw by Huber. Blocked into the foot of number 2, Contreras.
And I like that shot. Oh, a return shot as well from Richter.
Wonderful sequence there. Nurmrichter, knowing that they're up, can afford to trade, takes out the Argentinian before getting hit. All right, and Neil surviving the double team.
Yeah, and it's Anil and Viñas out there again together. They've been a power duo for this team. They're going to have to be such a duo now. There's a good start.
That's the power that I expect from Anil. Her first throw there was kind of a whip cross court, but she kept her blocker, stayed safe, survived the counter, and then took out Molly.
Still a 3-on-2. I might like to see a little bit more faking from Austria to try and draw out some of those moves.
Agreed. Yeah, I think breaking from the huddle with force and aggression, coordinated pump fakes. All right, Anil taking out Huber. We've got a 2v1 for Argentina. All right.
Gonna have to solo it.
Hayer, final player here for Austria. Going right at number 4, Anil from Argentina.
Oh, that was close. And yeah, the referee seeing a hit.
It could have gone either way from my perspective, so I don't blame anyone for calling it out there.
Referee Case Chandler is, what, like 5 feet away? So I think
Yes.
he had a pretty good view of that. Hayer, nice block, nice attack. Return shot from Vinyas.
Oh, this is shaping up to be an excellent 1v1. I love the action from both players.
Look how close it is again between these two teams.
First and second game came down to 2v2s. Third game, we're here in a 1v1.
Crowd's getting into it. Nice shot from Vinyas. It's blocked. She comes up. She gets the clip.
All right. Hayer was looking for the catch there. That's a risky choice. If you're a strong catcher, that might be your bread and butter move, but she opens herself up to that deep counter from Vinyas, and Argentina is back on top 2-1.
Yeah, it looked like maybe she was, once she realized the ball was going high, she then tried to duck under it, and just the bun got hit in the back there.
That's excellent power from Vinyas at that distance, right?
We've seen her really throw her body into those shots. Contreras out there again, shifts over toward the corner. Single shot from Austria. And I like this, of course. We see when they have 4 balls, they throw 3. They know the other team's going to have to throw one of their 3. Playing the numbers with ball possession.
All right, Rivero taking the angled shot at Molly. Austria loading up. Great dodging from our old friend Kahlo.
We've seen the ups from her multiple times. And that ball takes a friendly roll back. However, that does mean it's Austria's throw this time. They're going to have to throw with the 3rd ball.
All right, the Molly and Neal matchup here on the left side is crucial. Molly's been on the court for Austria's win, and Neal has been big and effective whenever she's alive. So keep an eye on that.
Nimrichter gave the 5th ball over and was the target, but she hops over both of those shots, so Austria not paying the price.
Nurmrichter.
Oh, and a catch!
With the combo, the hit-catch combo from Nurmrichter. Big lead for Austria. Oh, looks like Sutter gets taken out in the fray. So 5-4 lead for Austria. And Neal with the powerful counter.
Although you see her giving a bit of a, whoops,
Blowing,
that one sailed just a little.
Blowing on her fingers, maybe a little bit of moisture down there.
Oh, big hit, Nimrichter on the money again.
Nimrichter with the heat and accurate throw. Very clean. Excellent throw there from Salinas.
She's out there again, and that ball from Larner missing. Sorry, Lobner missing into the middle. Austria again, very controlled pace. And they get 2. First one on target. Nimrichter again with the hit. This whole point's an Instagram clip for her if she wants it. There's a good hit on Mali though.
That's an important out for Argentina. I'm going to look for them to start targeting Nurmrichter as well to kind of get back into this one.
Opposite corner first time. Anil looking at Seabot. Okay, there was one shot toward Nimrichter, but you can kind of see Romano working the shoulder afterward, maybe feeling like that one is not quite how she wanted to deliver it. Nimrichter takes a return shot.
That throw narrowly misses Romano with a nice lateral. Romano throwing at Labner, who evades it as well.
That's often just one ball each time. Okay, some good aggression, drawing out some moves. Okay, stylish dodge by Labner as she was behind, I think, the original target of Zuklitz there.
And Zuklitz getting under that throw from Anil. Lots of action, back and forth. Nurmrichter with the hit. Anil, final player for Argentina.
Nimrichter with experienced enough that I'm sure she has how she wants to imagine winning this. Ooh, drawing out. Bit of a cheeky throw from Zuglitz, who now, no, I thought she'd be the target, but.
Anil skies another one. She's blowing on her hands, wiping her hands off. It's wet out there, folks.
She's going defensive now. Good work again. Austria having a little trouble hitting her, but a back line.
The referee steps in, line out. Ooh, sometimes that can happen. If you're tired, if you've been playing a long point, you lose focus, you lose energy, and you get a little bit sloppy. And in that case, Emil goes over the back line. Looks like Austria's calling a timeout with the 2-2 match.
And it's interesting. We often see the timeout called if a team has given up a couple, trying to maybe halt the momentum of the other team. We talk about that fairly often, but this is a case where Austria has tied things up again. Maybe they want to, I mean, certainly if they've noticed something that they want to focus on, or if they just want to give some of the players who are out there for a long time a bit of break, if they plan to run them out again.
Yeah. And, I've seen in these timeouts lots of coaches and players having the fans cooling each other off. In a match earlier today, it was like a final 2 players in the huddle on a timeout, and the shaggers came in with towels and just fanning them down. Guys. All right, so the timeout is happening here. We're here in Graz, Austria. Timeout here. It's 2-2, very close game. 1 minute and 20 seconds. And Terry, who do you think has the momentum? Which team is feeling confident in the huddle, and which team needs to make adjustments?
I mean, I look toward Austria's coordination. I think if they've shown that cohesiveness enough that if they continue to just adapt well to what Argentina does, I think they can probably weather some of those individually heroic plays that players like Anil and Vinyas have been able to bring out. So, on the flip side, though, we've seen those 2 players, and Calo, Contreras, showing some excellent, just powerful throws.
Yeah.
And aggressive tactical motion. So we got our first mop moment, I think.
And I've been very impressed with Nimrichter for Austria.
Yes.
And Mali has also been a key to their success. Huber and Labner have been on the court constantly as well, so very even battle. This could go anyone's way.
Well, we'll see who's able to get the first half boost. We've got just over a minute to go. This will be the go-ahead point that we're talking about. That one, I think, bouncing before it finds the mark. La Banda is fine. Argentina to the line. Okay, Nimrichter a little trigger happy there. Argentina sets up with 5.
This is the most balls Argentina has had in the match. They throw 3 of them. It's even on players, so that's a decision to give ball control over to Austria. So Austria's going to have 4 here until they take the lead. And they choose a double, and they take the lead.
Contreras taken out. It's 5-on-5 now, as Seebach was hit out earlier.
Anil going for Mali. Mali getting underneath.
And Anil looked like maybe she was saying something to her teammates there. Maybe they were expecting to be able to go on offense, but there's a big hit. Nimrichter again coming up big.
Nimrichter's throw is so clean, so fast, so accurate. She's my priority to get off if I'm Argentina.
Definitely. She's done a lot of damage. Mali, trigger happy there.
Wow, it must be the end of the half because everyone threw their balls.
We know how it looks in that final 5 to 10 seconds.
All right, we're here in the no block now. Tied 2-2. Tied 2-2. And it is a close battle. Let's see how the no block plays out. If I were to bet, I would say this favors Argentina. Maybe the team with more experience with no block, more experience with foam.
And I think, it's a catch though.
Austria.
You can't account for that.
Sutter was taking the throw. Anil with the counter, and it sticks right in the gut. Sutter.
Mali taken out. Yeah, and Sutter was still in the follow through from her throw. So that is a great moment. Anil making a good choice, but what are you going to do sometimes?
Calo, Vinas, and Romano left for Argentina. Great dodging by Huber here on the left.
Huber surviving with Nimrichter on the other side. Seebach going to get that ball. He's coming in off the catch. Made by Sutter earlier. There's a big hit on Vinas.
Nimrichter with a bullet. Incredible throw.
Yeah, I like Calo is willing to take those off-platform throws too. Still able to get some good velocity on it.
A wonderful dodging by Romano against the double team from Sutter and Nimrichter. Argentina's loading up. They've got 5. They're probably going to go for Sutter. Huber here. Huber gets underneath.
And is that a catch? It looks like it, yeah.
It's a catch from Huber.
Austria back up to the full 6.
Romano against a tall order.
Nimrichter probably target 1 if you can, but good try.
Oh, I like that from Romano there. The throw and looking for that cross-court catch. She's going to need some big moments like that to get her team back into this no block.
I like she was trying to attack while Nimrichter didn't have a ball cleanly in hand. Now she's going to have to play defense and no blocking.
A wonderful dodging by Romano, and she gets the catch on Nimrichter.
Great movement, and Romano staying with her eyes and hands forward, manages to snag that one.
Incredible. Oh, wonderful double team from Argentina.
Contreras back out there contributing to taking out Laudner.
They still have all 6. Seebach with a lateral dodge slides out of the way. Argentina with 4 balls. Oh, and a wonderful catch there from Contreras.
Another grab, and this was a 6-on-1 for Austria. You do not want this to slip away, but Argentina playing their hearts out.
Mali with the hit, taking out La Banda.
Mali is again showing her impact here. Coming to the line now with her teammates.
Wow, Romano survives the triple team.
Looked like she was floating out there.
I'm loving it from Romano.
An aggressive try from Mali with the only ball in hand for the Austrians. She's now the target. She flattens out.
I like that. I like that.
There's a slightly forced throw, Contreras. Okay, and now another one on the side. See Romano waving it off. And another catch.
She does it again. 3-2 brings back Anil, and Argentina is now in the lead after being down 1v6.
They are not done yet, though. And that's not going to help. Sutter.
Catches, catches, catches. Here we go, folks. And now Austria has the 3-2 advantage.
But for how long? Oh, Nimrichter down.
Anil taking out Nimrichter. That's power on power.
And
Mali gets Anil and survives. Contreras, final player for Argentina, against the captain Mali and Sutter.
Tossed her balls away, maybe thinking, I will look catch, but now she will have to do that. Taking out Austria. Ooh, it was dicey for a little bit, but.
What a set. Back and forth, the no block. I like it.
I mean, you're forced into catching, obviously, in some of those moments where you try to dodge and they track you, but you don't often see that many catches in a single point.
No, we saw 3 to 4 there, and it was anyone's game. And the score now is 3-2, correct?
Yeah, Austria taking the lead. And now the team's going to switch sides.
We're going to see the good spirit high fives. All smiles there. It's anyone's game. Both teams are in it. These players know that if they have a good game or a good sequence, that could be enough to shift the whole match. Terry, first half MVPs for you?
Well, I feel like it's probably got to be Calo on the Argentinian side, who I love watching her throws out there, and obviously a couple of clutch catches threatening to bring that 1v6 back in favor of Argentina. And then Nimrichter has been the obvious standout to me on Austria, just really holding down that right side. Great judgment and accuracy on her throws.
I totally agree with both of those. I'll give an honorable mention to Romano, number 27, who is incredible in that no block with those lateral dodges, surviving the triple team. I believe getting a catch, 2 catches even. So wonderful play. I've loved what I've seen from Labner and Sutter. Just kind of like gritty players who are just always on the court, always moving, involved in the team plays. Maybe not the featured player, maybe not the player with the ball in their hands all the time, but every time you look down, they're still out there doing work.
Yeah, and it's sometimes the less glorious parts compared to the hits or the catches, right? But there's a lot of stuff that players contribute to each other on the court. Some of it's as simple as words of encouragement or calling out things that you want to make sure everybody sees. Other times it's positioning for those pop-up catches. So even if you don't have a ball in hand or you're not part of the immediate play, there's always a lot to do on the court.
Man, this match is so close. And I really, just from an analyst perspective, I haven't seen any negative trends from either side. If anything, I might be mixing in a little more pump fakes if I'm Argentina. I've seen Mali pre-throw countering quite a bit. If I'm a Neil or if whoever's matched up across from Mali, I'm being really focused and making sure that I'm retaliating or taking advantage of those moments where Mali is using resources and taking risks.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy to say from the comfort of the broadcast that more pump fakes will help because it does get exhausting after a while. But to your point, I think both teams have been willing to throw counters. So if you can draw out a counter that you're ready to block, get that extra ball for your side, it could be a big advantage in a match that's this close. But as you said, it's hard to point to any major mistakes either team is making. It's just been all execution from both of them.
Mm-hmm.
You see Fredrik Jonsby from the Swedish men's team demonstrating how to maintain flexibility over on the far side.
One of the unique features that I've noticed at this event is players have been using fans. the old analog wooden and paper or plastic fans to keep themselves cool. And you see the Argentinian bench has a fan. They're fanning their players, trying to get them refreshed here for the second half. They're down 2-3, but they've been in this match, so they're going to want to look to get even here so that they give themselves a chance as this second half rolls on.
Yeah, I'm sure they don't feel like they're losing.
No.
I mean, obviously it's hard. You could easily imagine the score being 5-0 for either team with just how close every single point has been.
And that's why those no blocks are so important, because the games are fast and fluid and there's catches, but they're worth a full point. You know, they're worth just as much as a full game. And it's definitely a skill that needs to be practiced for any serious team.
Yeah, we often see that as the difference between really practiced squads and squads that are kind of trying to reach that level. It's just those clutching it out in the close moments. But both teams have shown the ability to do that. We'll see who's able to pull ahead in half number 2. Contreras starts off with a good hit.
Contreras, number 2 on Argentina with the hit. And they take out Labner.
Now we're seeing those pump fakes.
Here we go. See, I'm in the coach's ear. They're listening to the stream, Terry.
There's no tape delay, so. But Austria ends up with 4 balls out of that. Okay, looks like Contreras taken out. Oh, there's a second hit.
Wonderful follow there from Sutter.
And I think we see Nimrichter usually not throwing on offense, holding to try and make sure that she's got coverage for her teammates. I'm sure she won't always do it, but boy, has she been effective when she is. Okay, there's a shot coming through and taking out Sasso. Argentina, okay, that one has to be blocked by Nimrichter.
And I'm looking at this Vinyas-Nimrichter here matchup on the left. Nimrichter was Terry's MVP of the first half for Austria. And Vinyas, a key player for Argentina. Vinyas didn't come up to the line on that play, I noticed, and it opened up Romano to the counter. So it's really important that you're moving forward and backwards together.
Very good dodging on the right side from Callow.
All right, Molly, there we go. We see Molly again with that early throw. The patented Molly counter throw.
She's been able to time it really well, right as or just before the incoming shot coming at her.
Okay, so if I'm Argentina and I'm Vinyas, I need to draw Nimrichter's attention. I cannot let Nimrichter go diagonally at my teammates. So that's more pump fakes, more aggression. And there we go. Vinyas with the cross court. Takes out the captain, Molly.
That great throw going across. Nimrichter not in a position to counter, so she attacks this time.
There we go. They're feeding Nimrichter. She is their offensive workhorse.
I think she expects to be the target here.
Good. I'm seeing more pumps. More pumps from Argentina. They're coming to the line. They're testing. They're seeing if they can draw out a pre-throw. Good pumps, good block from Romano. Romano and Vinyas, final 2 players for Argentina, 4 for Austria.
A good return attempt. And yeah, everything's good. I thought I heard a whistle for a moment, but Huber just looking around to make sure everything's good, and it is Vinyas. A lot of whip in the arm that time.
Yes.
1 for 1.
Romano and Huber take each other out. Great move from Huber. When you're up players, you can afford the trade.
Yeah, setting into a 3-on-1. Vinyas reads it well.
Wonderful dodge from Vinyas. Lining up against Sutter here on the right side of the court. Vinyas has 4.
A rush from Sutter, attacks, and timing staggered a little too much. Vinyas able to set up and just attack the ball retriever. Well, there's a hit.
There we go, Vinyas. 1v2.
Nobody had a ball in hand to put pressure on her, so
that's
good
right.
shot.
When you commit a lot of balls on offense, it leaves you exposed on the other end.
Good sliding block. Vinyas going to get to set up again, maybe looking Nimrichter's way. Who does get a ball now?
Those little in-between moments are chances to get involved. I'm looking for Vinyas to kind of engage if she can before Nimrichter, before Sutter can get reloaded.
Sutter just now getting a ball in from the sideline. Austria, they're going to spread apart, try to attack from angles. That timing a little more staggered than I think they would have liked. Vinyas had time to adjust after the first one to the second one. She's got 5 balls to work with again.
These final player situations are so exhausting for that final player. They're putting in so much work. Usually you're 1 of 6. You're getting to throw maybe, every 3 or every 4 possessions. You're getting targeted a quarter of the time. And on these final player situations, you're throwing 100% of the possessions. You're being targeted maybe 2 balls on every possession, so you're expending tons of energy. And Vinyas is handling it so well, but Sutter gets down for the catch. Woo!
She handled that incoming shot perfectly and just collapsed on it. So Austria, slight edge on the score, extended a bit now to 4-2. That was going to take 5 minutes.
That was a big game win for Austria. They're extending their lead, putting a little bit of a cushion, really putting the pressure on Argentina. Argentina needs to keep this close.
But they also don't want to get drawn into being too loose. There's still well over 14 minutes to go. That is a lot of time to work with. They've got cannons back there, so no need to force it at this point.
All right, Vinyas still out there, even after that lengthy last in. Nimrichter is off the court for Austria, noticeably. So that's good if you're an Argentina fan.
Vinyas showing off the conditioning in this one.
Great dodging there from Sasso.
She's able to slide out of the way. Argentina again to the line. That one bouncing before it found the feet of Hayer. He now gets a ball and is going to come up to the line with her teammates.
Great pump fakes from Austria. They go after
Contreras again.
Contreras, who dodges back, bends her knees, and gets under both.
Yeah, the knee buster. And there's a good shot taking out Hayer.
Viñas. You know, the nice thing about being last in is your arm is nice and warm.
Yeah, that is
as soon as
true.
the next game starts, so you're ready.
Little lackluster in the pump fakes there, though, admittedly, from Viñas.
Yeah. I like the idea. I just didn't like the execution, right? I want a little more vigor, selling it a little bit more, maybe matching your typical throwing technique. All right, good work there. Salinas and Viñas with the balls here for Argentina. Cross court from Mali.
Yeah, he's back out there anchoring the left wing for Austria. There's a big one from Viñas and drawing out the attack. Contreras taken out, but Mali traded out.
That's right. Contreras pushed into the oncoming attack, tries to take out an Austrian and gets taken out in the process by the captain.
Argentina 5-on-4 player edge. It's slim, but it's something. And they've still got it. Salinas avoiding that shot. I like the matching hair ties for a lot of these players, matching the jersey. Salinas trying to match the pressure of the Austrians. Has Argentina to the line once more.
A wonderful throw from Viñas. I love it. Low, accurate, clips Suklitz on the toe as she's jump dodging.
Salinas gets grazed as well, so it's still pretty even out here. Argentina trying to make up the 2-point deficit.
Viñas survives the double. Argentina has 4. They're up players. Look for the group throw here.
Yeah, I expect we'll see them send 2.
Oh, wow. You know, the staggered double is a great idea against a good dodger, but that stagger had just a little too much. It gave Sutter the time to reset and posture and set up for that catch.
Yeah, that's the danger of staggering the time too much. Sutter's already shown those grips a few times.
Oh,
okay,
perfect.
Good hit, though.
Perfect cross court from Viñas. Viñas loves that diagonal throw.
It's always interesting. Some players can throw outside their body to the right if you're right-handed like that. Some have to go across their body to the left. Viñas loves that outside. Ooh, and that is a 1-for-1?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, Seabrook heads up.
Terry, typically these tournaments are so intense that these players they're using their A stuff, right? We're seeing everyone's best throw, their pet action, the throw they think is most likely to get someone out. So we're learning a lot about their skills, their preferences, because you don't want to mess around out here at World Championships. All right, another 2v2. This is the third 2v2 we've seen in the match.
It's so even between these two squads. Good counter. Is there a counter to the counter? Not yet.
All right, we've seen Sutter with a number of catches. Suklitz on the left, Sutter on the right. Oh, Sutter lines out. It's Viñas and Romano here for Argentina.
They're facing off with Vivian Hayer, who's alone, unfazed, gets a block.
All right, this is big for Argentina. They need this.
Viñas coming up calmly.
A wonderful jump dodge from Hayer. All right, if I'm Viñas, I need to just pressure. I need to draw a little bit of attention. Wherever Hayer is not, I want to just add pressure. Oh, double team. Hayer gets under it. That's big.
Yeah, because there's only one ball in hand now for Argentina. Okay, the suppressing attempt from Hayer, making sure Viñas can't get involved.
All right, Hayer matched up with Viñas. Viñas with the block. A ball out in the open, a little bit exposed.
Oh.
Romano
tips it back to the Austrian side.
Hayer takes out Romano.
And that's a bit of a morale moment for Romano, I think, but
That's tough. That's tough. If
And
I'm the coach there, I'm telling Romano, I'm saying your life is way more important than that ball.
Yeah,
Let
yeah.
that ball go. Stay safe. Stay in the back. We're going to get reloaded pretty soon.
yeah, you can trust in your teammate too. Like Venus has been doing a lot of work. You can work together.
Excellent recognition by Hayer, though. And she's back in this now, 1v1.
Yeah, it was one of these 2v2s that we've seen so often. Now we're looking at the one-on-one. Hayer getting the timeout call from the sideline. And I think that makes sense. Although she's facing Venus, who's been out there a super long time now on back-to-back points. So I'm sure both players appreciating the recharge break.
And I think Austria, was the timeout taken by Austria?
Yeah, I saw the point that way by the referees.
And did they take one in the first half as well? Or was that Argentina?
I don't remember.
So we've seen 2 timeouts now, so there shouldn't be too many left in the coach's pockets.
Yeah, that's right. Each team does get 1 per half. The mop gets as many as it needs.
All right, Vinas versus Hayer.
She goes low, she loads up.
These are the matchups you remember for years to come.
Right on target, but well blocked by Hayer. Venus doing really well to get both blockers out in front reliably. And look at this, they like setting up cross court from each other.
This is Venus' favorite throw, the angled throw. All right, Venus with 4. Hayer with 1 ball in hand, 1 in the shagger. Venus with the whip, Hayer getting under it.
Hayer steps into one, well blocked again. Venus tries to catch her on the back pedal.
Good sliding dodge by Hayer. Venus is liking that low, quick counter.
Hayer bosses for a dry one. No, just a third one.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Venus is looking for the foot. And Hayer does it! Hayer with the hit, finishing off the 1v2, keeping the lead, extending the lead for Austria. 5-2.
What a well-played shot. We talk about how important accuracy is, and a timeout here being called by Argentina, but that kind of accuracy, we've seen Venus block so much, and she's so good at getting low. Hayer still manages to put that shot right down onto her foot.
That was incredible work from Hayer. Late game heroics.
And I like how she didn't look at all flustered on the court either. She just looked completely in control, knew how she wanted to play it out, and she did, and how.
That's right. You know, on all the teams that I'm on, when we have a lead, an important thing to think about is how can we lose this, right?
Yes.
And typically it's an accumulation of those little mistakes, reaching for a catch, a line out, exposing yourself. So when you're in the lead in those situations, you almost, and especially when you're down in the match, you need to execute perfectly and really finish that game. No unnecessary risks. Keep the pressure on Hayer, make Hayer take the risks and capitalize. And in that case, Argentina was a little too risky, exposed themselves. Hayer with incredible shots, finishes it out, extends the lead from Austria. All smiles in the Austrian huddle, and Nirm Richter was on the bench for that game.
Yeah, she's clearly not the only one who can do all the work for Austria. They have got a deep team over there. They have been noticeably improving at this foam ball style, which is, you know, not the dominant style in Austria. Austria, of course, a dominant cloth team, but...
And it looks like Hayer thought she was in there. She was the 7th player, and coach is like, I'm going to give you a break after that one.
You have earned a break. We already know how good you are.
She was ready to go, though. Incredible work by Hayer.
Austria with 7 minutes, 20 seconds left. They are down by 3, but it is doable if they can get some good quick hits.
Molly,
a lucky bounce or two.
Molly taking out Romano there for the first hit of the game. The burden is on Austria. Good recognition by Farola. All right, Nirm Richter dirts it at Sasso.
Yeah, Farola in the middle now, her first time in this match. There's a good hot.
Sasso taken out, 73, Labner for Austria.
Sasso with a bit of celebration as well.
Yes, we love seeing that. Double team, misses Kahlo. Anil looks to hit Sutter. Sutter's kind of not sure. The team calls her out.
Team confirming, and I believe that's correct. Anil
And the referees are going to come together. They're going to discuss. There was a lot of action on that play. I think everything is right as is.
I actually thought Anil might have been tagged on the shot from, I assume, Nimrichter. I just turned and saw it at the last moment, but I thought it went in on her. But
and the head ref had a great look at it. So
yeah,
whatever they call is probably going to be the right call. All right, notice the Shaggers fanning off Nimrichter there on the top left of your screen. Argentina down 3. We're getting low on time. They need every game from this point forward. Ref says safe on Anil.
Like you said, they had a pretty good view there. They've got multiple, the Swedish players doing the line reffing duties here, contributing to the call. And now Argentina's going to come up 5 strong. Big shot again. Another celebration from Sasso.
The flex from Sasso taking out Sutter.
Austria still 3 strong to the line, coming close, but a return shot from Anil connects.
Excellent, lots of counters. Mali taking out Salinas.
Salinas was
the crowd helping her off the court.
That's right. Nimrichter the target, showing some ups.
All right. Austria's down to their 2 players, but if there were 2, these probably would be the 2 you would want. Nimrichter and Mali. All right, Anil, Farola, and Kahlo loading up for Argentina. Kahlo shoots left. Nimrichter slides out of the way. All right, I'm expecting a little bit of a counter here from Argentina. Yeah. Anil gets under, counters, whips it at Nimrichter. That Nimrichter-Anil matchup is huge.
That has been what to watch an awful lot of the time in this match. Look at that, Anil just ready. I think she saw Nimrichter was backing up and looking across, so she felt safe to take it, and Argentina coming up now attacks her and gets her.
Wow, wonderful double team from Anil and Sasso. Sasso with the flex. We're going to call that the Sasso flex for the rest of the tournament.
Long range, Anil. Have to be a little careful.
That Mali throw barely missed by a foot, by the foot of Anil. Excellent throw from Mali. Gets underneath the double from Farola and Anil.
And so close to the sideline, too, before she returns fire. Good court awareness, body control. All
right. Mali is down in this game, but she can eat tons of clock, right? Their team has a 3-game lead. If she can milk a minute off this clock, it's going to really cut away the opportunities for Argentina to get back in the match.
You see her being safe with the throw. She's got the arm to take those shots from the back line. I thought I saw Farola considering looking for the catch too as it came in, maybe trying to work the clock.
And look how far back Mali is playing. It's like she knows. She knows exactly the situation, exactly the strategy. She's not going to expose herself. She's going to stay as far back as she can, as safe as possible, keeping a ball to block. She has 4 here. Argentina's going to need to accelerate things. If I'm Argentina, I want to press the line. I want to stay in Mali's face, and at some point, I need to commit a group throw.
Yeah, they might want to wait for that 3rd ball. Either that or if they're going to go, I think they want to see both.
Argentina has a couple things going for them, though. They're up on players, so they can afford to be risky. They can afford to trade, but they can't afford to lose time. They need to take action. Great group throw from Mali, the captain.
She's been really good at getting those blockers up while she slides to the side. Anil wants to force the issue, goes high.
What's tough after you throw that double team is you have to wait 2 possessions to get balls back again.
A little bit of curve on that one.
All right, Argentina with 2. Mali's taking 10 more seconds off the clock. Anil going into it. I like the aggression from Anil, but she hasn't been close on these shots. They're off body. Mali has not been challenged yet. Here we go.
Got 1.
I like this from Argentina. Go together, use teamwork, use timing. Mali with an incredible dodge block.
And she's eaten about 1.5 minutes since you mentioned how important that could be. So
Mali's on the stream too. I hear it. Mali's listening to the stream.
See the earpiece? No.
All right.
Argentina waiting for their moment.
I liked it there a minute ago when Argentina had the front line. Oh, Mali taking out Anil. I like that from Adil. You got to take chances. Going for that catch, I'm fine with that. You need to win. It doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Molly with the block. Okay, if I'm Argentina, I liked it a minute ago when Argentina took the front line. They were coordinated. They threw together. Look at that. They put the pressure on Molly. Molly pre-throw counters.
She's doing so well with the pressure, though. She's doing a great job of using her space and the time.
Good throw from Molly. Time is just dripping off that clock. All right, another throw from Molly. Molly is just so comfortable back there. She's got a ball. She's got the back line keeping her company.
Yep.
She is just a creature back in that corner, and she is taking the time away from Argentina's comeback. Oh, and we had a countdown ball penalty. All 6 balls Argentina. You couldn't get a better situation from them. Molly was in no threat, no hurry, but was a little bit too slow to act.
She's eaten up about 2 minutes, so I feel like she has done her job so well. Argentina buys some time.
She's good. She survives the triple. She hits her head. There's going to be a timeout. She's hit her head. Ref called timeout. We're going to check on her. The clock is paused. Incredible triple dodge. She goes parallel to the ground and hits her head on the dodge.
Yeah, she is being checked on. We may summon the medics who are on site to make sure she's okay. Clock is stopped, of course.
All right, they're asking for the medics. They're asking for some ice. Looks like it's going to come in. Terry, what are the rules and regulations on subbing an injured player?
I don't remember because it actually doesn't come up that often. Embarrassingly.
Yes.
It's one of those things I don't recall.
Molly is in a lot of pain down there.
It looks like she's
really
distressed. So.
Really hard to see. She's got a lot of care, though, from the Austrian team, the Austrian fans. The medics are here to tend to her so that she's got the best care available. This is going to take a minute. But I believe the substitution rules are that the next person in the queue comes back in. So we're going to see if that's the case, if indeed Molly cannot continue here. As the game resets, Argentina had thrown a triple team at Molly. Molly had dodged all 3. So Molly's and Austria are gonna have 3 balls on this reset, however it happens. Argentina still with 3 players out on the court. They're down 3 games, so they need to act here. They need to go all out. It's really this game, all or nothing. So they need to take risks. They need to just put everything in there, swing for the fences, and hope to take out that final player and still give themselves time to win 1 more before that no block.
Exactly. You're going to have to hit on one of those shots really, really quickly, or else you're going to have to accept that it may have slipped out of reach. And they've just had such a hard time hitting Molly. She's been so good at staying defensive, and with at least 1 ball, you see she's never forced that extra ball out of her hand, always keeping it as an important defensive tool. And we hope she's all right. She's done a lot of work for her team, but the player's health is obviously the most important thing.
Molly's heroic last stand has been incredible. And I am so impressed with the kind of strategy and recognition there from Austria. Recognizing the situation, understanding the game score, the time. I wonder if that comes from that cloth understanding, right? Where the cloth, you're always thinking about player count and time and who needs to stall, who needs to act. And in this case, Austria was on it with 4 minutes to go. They knew exactly what to do, and they really took away a lot of runway from Argentina.
Yeah, because to be perfectly honest, I think there are a lot of foam players who don't think about the clock and take it into account adequately during important matches sometimes. It just doesn't seem to be as built into the game. And so players really have to build up that sense of, oh, the clock is winding down, our team is up 3, maybe I don't take the counter quite as often as I do before, or something like that. Whereas it seems to come pretty naturally to this Austrian team. They've either picked it up really quickly, or as you said, it is a much more baked into the cloth structure. So I'm sure a lot of these players have that cloth dodgeball background, so they may already be conditioned and have adapted their thinking to the way the foam timer works.
And I think that, if you're a foam player and you want to work on your time management, honestly, like incorporating some of the cloth timer format into the foam game is a great way to train, great way to practice, right?
Yeah, I wonder how many teams scrimmage in situations where you kind of set it up as 2 minutes on the clock, your team is down. Play it out. Let's see how it goes. That would be interesting. I've never practiced that way with the team so far.
Yeah, you know, that kind of level of detail is really hard for national teams in a lot of countries just because the teams are so spread out. I have seen that on the local level, on club team level, but it's that is one of the challenges with these national teams, especially in large countries. You know, that synergy, that chemistry. You've seen here in Austria some incredible teams who come from like very focused, concentrated regions. Northern Ireland, for example, right?
Yep.
A lot of dodgeball happening in Belfast, in the Belfast area. Malaysia, almost all of the dodgeball in Malaysia is happening in Kuala Lumpur, right? So you have these hotbeds of dodgeball talent and competition, and when it comes to national team, they're ready. They just fit together like puzzle pieces.
And as you said, some of our countries, oh, there we go, we've got an update. She's being carried out, she's under good care. And I see a smile on her face still, so.
Oh. The crowd really showing their support for their hometown hero.
Yeah, and plenty of fans from Argentina here, also, of course, part of the ovation. So
yes, everybody involved in the dodgeball community is here to see wonderful dodgeball, high-level play, and when it comes to health and safety, everyone is on the same team.
So Lobner goes back out there. The rules do indeed say that an injured player unable to continue can be subbed out. There are conditions for whether it's one of the players currently in the starting six for this point or if it's someone else on the roster. I don't think we need to go into the weeds on that because I highly doubt it's going to matter too much in this scenario. Lobner's going to go out and try to do it herself.
All right. Sasso chooses the throw. This is a really hard situation for Argentina. On the one hand, you want to be patient enough to get ball control, but on the other hand, you want to finish it.
Yeah, you have to, and I think you've got to send more than one if you're going to. Because now you're counting on a long-range solo shot, and Lobner well aware of the clock.
Excellent block by Lobner. She's 15 seconds away from doing it. There will be no new matches started after the 30-second mark.
And as you said, we're at the 30 seconds. I'm actually not sure. I think
that was too close to call. Argentina thinks they got the hit.
Lobner doesn't, and I mean, it's hard to see. Like, we saw it go in and hit one of her blocking balls and then bounce toward the ground while still moving a bit forward toward her. So, obviously, if it hit the ground before it got to her, she's safe. And if it got
They're
through,
saying safe, and that's the match for Austria. They've got the 3-game cushion. We're within 30 seconds. No new games can be started. Austria 5, Argentina 2. They might do the no block, but this is a big win for Austria, who will now go to 3-0-2 or 3-2.
Yep, 3 wins. Pulling ahead of Argentina, who had 2, so that'll matter for the standings, of course. Lobner finishing things off strongly.
And all the fans are doing the countdown here. And that is an out. And that's it, folks. 3-5. Austria does it and sets themselves apart from Argentina in the group.
Yeah, that will secure 3rd place for Austria, currently in those pools behind Hong Kong and Australia.
So that was the battle for 3rd in the women's Group A foam division. And an incredibly tight match. One of the reasons why I wanted to do this match with you is because there's no telling who would take that one. The home crowd, Austrian players, known for their cloth dodgeball skill and experience, or the Argentinians who are fierce, who've been playing foam for a long time, have some incredible talented players. And in the first half, a lot of those games were back and forth, 2v2s. It could have gone anyway. We saw a lot of comebacks, 1v2. We saw a lot of catches in the first half no block. A lot of points that could have swung either way. Austria showed poise, they showed grit, they took those games that were close, and they ended with the 2-game win.
Yeah, and you have to feel like the end of the first half in the no blocking scenario when they were up 6 players to 1 and almost saw it slip away, but were able to still clutch it out. That to me is the point when, you know, they had to feel like they had all the confidence to secure it. Argentina couldn't quite come back after that.
If I'm Argentina, you know, I feel like there's a lot here that I can use as motivation. I saw incredible efforts from Romano, Viñas, Salinas, Anil. There's a lot that we can build on, and we had a lot of success, and there's still room for improvement. So as a coach, you like there to be a little bit of everything. You don't want your team to get too high, too low, either way, and I think that's going to be doable for Argentina, and I expect them to keep fighting their way in the bracket.
I would think so. They have looked great out here. And as you said, I think it was a little less clean than the first half for them, but they still have so much talent. They do so many things so well that it's not like you can point to some kind of major failure in this match. Just Austria playing so well. And we are seeing the officials and coaches talking things over after the match, maybe some of the stuff at the very end.
So there is a new rule implemented at this tournament. So a lot of players who are familiar with foam, the Canadians, Argentinians, there is some friction in the ref's huddle at this 30-second rule that's been applied. In the past, at the end of each half, if the game was in progress, or even if I think there was a no block at the end of each half regardless, whether there's zeros on the clock or whether there's a game in progress. At this tournament, if we get down within 30 seconds of the half, there will be no new games played. No block, no new game.
Yeah, the way we've had that rule explained to us is in the final 60 seconds of a half, when a point ends, the referees will take 30 seconds of a runoff off the clock to represent setup. If there is still any time on the clock at that point, they will start the set, and it can then go to no blocking once the time expires. But if that 30-second runoff would take it to 0, there's just no blocking. No blocking.
And that is a big change, right? Because in the past, your team could keep it within 2-point spread as long as they could finish that point before the end of time. They have enough time in the no block to get back in. But now teams are going to have to adjust. If you want to use that strategy, you've got to end that game before 30 seconds. So it's the same strategy, but you got to do it before 31.
A little bit earlier.
And it's been frustrating as a player and for captains and coaches because a lot of us are learning this here on site. Right?
Exactly.
I heard the Canadian coaches were in the ear of the officials yesterday. I know Anil is arguing the case right now to the officials. This was something that was not communicated clearly to everyone in advance, but it's something that's important for every team to learn before we get to the playoffs so that everyone is on the same page.
Yes, indeed. And now we see Austria is ready for the handshake line. They've done a crowd involvement cheer or two already.
Yes. Argentina is not ready to move on, but we are here at this tournament.
That's right.
Incredible stuff here at the 2024 WDBF World Championships here in Graz, Austria, hosted by Dodgeball, Austria Dodgeball community. And we're in the Blue Box Arena. We've got 4 courts here at the Blue Box. We've got 8 courts across town at the Reifeisen. And this is definitely the largest World Championships ever.
Probably the most players, definitely the most countries. And this one, we're going to wrap up here shortly and just let you know that coming up next, we will have a mixed match between Australia and Italy. And if we do get word on how Mali's doing, we'll do our best to relay that at some point later on the broadcast. But until then, thank you, Lukas Poyle, for joining me. This is Terry Thrasher here signing off, and we hope you'll be back with us for the next one.